Do you realize that the ultimate key to greatness is already encoded within you? Not hidden, not missing, not waiting for someone else to activate it. It is embedded in your being like a sleeping giant, waiting for the moment you finally decide to wake it up. Every person you admire, every success story you've heard, every legend you look up to, they did not rise because they were chosen. They rose because they chose themselves. The only barrier separating your current reality from your highest potential is the narrative you tell yourself. Not your past, not your failures, not your circumstances, not what others think. Only the story you repeat in your own mind. The world will only validate your worth to the precise degree that you validate it yourself. When you see yourself as average, the world will treat you as average. When you see yourself as powerful, the world will respond with respect. Your internal perception becomes your external experience. You must operate as if you are the best. Not out of arrogance, but out of necessity. Life does not reward the timid. Life responds to those who command space. Step into every environment as the chief architect, not just a guest passing through. Carry yourself like someone with a mission. Speak with unshakable certainty. Move with deliberate intention. Think with absolute clarity. You must condition your mind to reject the idea that anyone is inherently superior to you. People may have advantages. People may have resources. People may have connections. But the most important asset is inner belief, and that is available to everyone. You are not lesser. You are not inferior. You are not behind. You are simply in the early chapter of a story that is about to become extraordinary. Not because you are flawless, but because you have outlawed doubt as an option. Success is not a lottery ticket. It is not luck. It is not a miracle. It is a declaration claimed by those who decide they are worthy of the reward. This is where the journey begins. Desire. The molten core of achievement. Every monumental success starts with desire, not a wish, not a hope, not a weak intention. A molten core burning inside you like a furnace with no off switch. Desire is the first spark of every achievement. Desire is the heartbeat behind every breakthrough. Desire is the force that pulls you into the arena and keeps you there when everything becomes difficult. The true winners in life don't just want victory. They demand it. They require it. They breathe it. They treat it like oxygen. For them, victory is not optional, it is a necessity. Their desire becomes a fuel that drives them through every setback, every failure, every moment of isolation when the world doubts them. Look at the titans of innovation. Nikola Tesla pursued his vision of alternating current with a singular, almost supernatural focus. He worked in silence. He endured mockery. He faced rejection. He lost everything multiple times. People laughed at him. People criticized him. People called him insane. But Tesla wasn't hoping for success. He was fixated on proving his principles. His obsession became his weapon. He saw his ultimate triumph as inevitable even when reality looked chaotic, uncertain, or hopeless. This is the nature of desire. It ignores doubt. It ignores difficulty. It ignores the noise. It pushes forward with relentless force. Ask yourself right now, what goal sets your soul on fire? What desire burns so deeply in you that you cannot shake it even when you try? Forget what is convenient. Forget what is socially approved. Forget what others expect. What vision would you chase if money wasn't a problem, if safety wasn't a concern, if judgment didn't exist? That desire is your inner fire, the only propulsion system powerful enough to move mountains. Once that target becomes clear, crystallize it on paper. Make it a contract, something real, something binding, something you cannot walk away from. Then, mentally rehearse your victory every day. See yourself collecting the reward. See the completion. Feel the satisfaction. Let the joy of success pulse through your veins as if it has already happened. This is not daydreaming. This is strategy. This is mental engineering. This is the manufacturing of destiny. But desire alone is not enough. A blueprint is useless without a builder. Too many people remain poets of their dreams, fluent in writing visions, but silent in execution. They wait for clarity. They wait for motivation. They wait for the perfect sign. They wait for courage. But the world does not reward those who wait. It rewards those who move. Triumph belongs to the aggressors, those who charge into uncertainty, who burn the boats behind them and remove the possibility of retreat. Success is an unpaid debt you owe yourself. Show up daily. Put in the painful hours. Refuse to authorize quitting. The moment you make your victory non-negotiable, the universe begins to rearrange itself to match your conviction. This is not magic. This is alignment. Take catastrophic action. Move with force. Move with certainty. Champions don't wish for success. Champions seize it. There comes a point in every journey where desire is no longer enough. Desire gives you direction, but faith gives you force. Faith is the unbreakable certainty that your victory is not just possible, it is inevitable. Every high achiever, every visionary, every revolutionary creator possessed one thing in common. They believed long before the world believed in them. They held onto their certainty even when nothing around them reflected success, even when evidence was missing, even when failure surrounded them like a storm. This is the level of conviction you must build. Faith, the unbreakable certainty. The mind can conceive and believe, and therefore it can achieve. These words are not poetry. They are a law. Success is not built on effort alone. Effort without belief is like running with chains on your ankles. You can move, but you will never rise. Faith is the bedrock of every monumental achievement. Faith is not emotion. It is not momentary motivation. It is not hype. Faith is a daily covenant with yourself, a decision you renew every morning, even when you carry the bruises from yesterday. When the opposition is overwhelming, your inner conviction becomes your weapon. When circumstances look impossible, faith becomes your anchor. When doubt whispers that you are not enough, faith becomes your shield. Real conviction is proven not when things are going well, but when every logical avenue seems closed. This is where champions separate themselves. They stand their ground. They breathe deeply. They look at the seemingly impossible and say, "I possess the necessary skill. I will see this through." Look at Steve Jobs. He built Apple not because he had endless resources. He didn't. He built Apple because he had unshakable faith in his revolutionary vision. He imposed his belief onto a world that didn't yet understand him. This is what visionaries do. They do not wait for permission. They do not wait for validation. They do not wait for agreement. They impose their certainty onto a skeptical world. Your thoughts are the blueprints of your destiny. If you believe that failure is your default setting, your subconscious mind will sabotage your climb. But if you operate with the unwavering expectation that success is guaranteed, your resolve will match that belief. Your entire operating system must be calibrated to expect victory. Not one day, not someday, but always. However, faith alone is not the finish line. Conviction without movement is a mirage. It is an illusion that comforts you but creates nothing. Faith must be followed by execution. From belief to action. the required shift, take decisive, courageous steps toward your vision every single day. Move even when you are unprepared. Move even when fear trembles in your chest. Move even when your results are not immediately visible. The road to the top is jagged and unforgiving. It injures the weak. It crushes the timid. It exposes the uncommitted. But those who maintain their advance, step after step, inch after inch, they are the ones who eventually claim the peak. Walk like someone who has already won. Speak like someone who has already succeeded. Act like someone who carries destiny in their veins. Your reality will eventually align with your identity. Winners don't wait for the world to confirm their greatness. They manufacture their own certainty. No one else will finance your vision until you show them the deposit slip of your own belief. Auto-suggestion, rewiring the inner program, your internal monologue writes your external reality. The words you whisper to yourself are not harmless. They are instructions. They are commands. They are programming code for your subconscious mind. Every masterpiece, every invention, every enterprise first existed as a mental image. Your mind is a powerful supercomputer, but like any machine, its outputs are determined by its inputs. If you intentionally load the software of success through repetition, certainty, and mental imagery, your entire life will begin to shift. You must assume control over this programming. Every day, the world will try to infect your mind with doubt, fear, and limitation. You are the gatekeeper. You decide what thoughts are allowed in. Rewire your mind by speaking powerful affirmations aloud. I am the elite performer. I am unstoppable. I am destined for the summit. These are not empty lines. These are commands to your subconscious mind. Ignore the inner friction. Ignore the voice that says, "This isn't true." Ignore the resistance. Repeat them until your subconscious accepts them as uncontestable truth. Your thoughts shape your emotions. Your emotions shape your actions. Your actions shape your results. This is not philosophy. This is psychological engineering. Operate in full alignment with this new belief system. Start living as the most successful version of yourself today, not tomorrow, not when conditions improve, not when life feels easier. Today, identity comes first. Outcome comes second. Relentless repetition is the key. When victory shifts from being a goal to being your identity, nothing can halt your ascent. Program the mind. Rewrite the code. Unleash its full, terrifying potential. There comes a stage in every pursuit of greatness where raw desire and blind faith are no longer enough. You must evolve from potential to precision, from ambition to mastery, from thinking to creating, from intention to impact. This is the phase where your development becomes strategic, where your skill must sharpen into a weapon capable of carving your destiny out of the chaos of the world. Welcome to the next level. Specialized knowledge. Become the irreplaceable asset. General knowledge creates general results. It is specialized knowledge that creates extraordinary outcomes. The marketplace does not reward the one who knows a little about everything. It rewards the one who becomes a master of something powerful. A surgeon earns more than a general doctor. A top athlete earns more than the average player. A master engineer earns more than a hobbyist. The world pays a premium for mastery. If you want to rise above the noise, you must possess a capability so refined, so sharp, so intimidatingly precise that it makes you indispensable. The gap between average and exceptional is not talent, it is depth. Depth of study, depth of discipline, depth of intentional practice. Find the skill that will elevate your life. Then sharpen it until it becomes razor sharp. Ask yourself, What core competency can I develop so deeply that it becomes impossible to replace me? Once you identify that skill, immerse yourself. Go beyond surface knowledge. Go deeper than the rest. Study the masters. Learn their strategies. Break down their mistakes. Absorb their wisdom. But never forget, knowledge without implementation is stagnant water. It does not grow. It does not move. It does not produce results. You must apply it. Test it. Experiment with it. Fail with it. Rise with it, until your ability evolves into mastery. The world will always create opportunities for the irreplaceable. Specialized knowledge is your competitive edge, your advantage, your leverage. Master your craft, and your craft will build your empire. Decision. The currency of success. Many people lose years, not because they lack potential, but because they lack decisiveness. They wait. They hesitate. They overthink. They analyze every step until the moment passes. Indecision is the silent killer of dreams. The most successful people make rapid, high-confidence decisions. They trust their internal gyroscope. They move with intent. They act with speed. They do not seek permission from the crowd. They do not wait for guaranteed outcomes. They do not drown themselves in endless predictions. They move. The difference between triumph and stagnation often comes down to one moment, one simple choice. Will you advance, or will you postpone? Every opportunity expires. Every delay has a cost. Every hesitation kills momentum. Clarity is created by action, not endless thinking. Even an imperfect decision moves you forward. Even a wrong turn gives you information. Even a small step breaks stagnation. Hesitation is the true enemy. Overthinking is the real thief. Doubt is the actual cage. Trust your instincts. Trust your analysis. Trust your preparation. And then move. The greatest achievers do not wait for certainty, they create it. You don't need the perfect plan. You only need the courage to begin. Make the decision. Commit to it. Stand behind it. The world belongs to the decisive. Persistence, the non-negotiable trait. No legacy is built without enduring the storms. No great life is created without facing the long nights, the injuries, the dead ends, the rejections, and the failures that test your will. Persistence is the trait that separates the champions from the forgotten. When most people get rejected once, they quit. When they face one setback, they shrink. When they fail one time, they change their dream. This is why so few break through. Every great leader, every top performer, every history maker understood a simple truth. As long as you keep moving, you cannot truly fail. Failure is not final. Failure is feedback. Failure is a teacher. Failure is the sharpening stone that strengthens your spirit. Look at Colonel Sanders, rejected over 1,000 times before anyone believed in his idea. Look at Walt Disney, fired from his job because they said he lacked imagination. Look at Thomas Edison, facing thousands of failed experiments before discovering the light. They all understood the same law. Persistence is the master key of success. When life knocks you down, stand up again. When obstacles push back, push harder. When the world doubts you, trust yourself double. Greatness is not reserved for the perfect. It is reserved for the relentless. Remove the exit option. Eliminate the plan B. Convert your commitment into something unshakable. The difference between winners and everyone else is simple. Winners keep going when others stop. Your obstacles are resistance training. Your struggles are muscle building moments. Your setbacks are spiritual weights designed to make you stronger. Pressure creates strength. Resistance creates power. Persistence creates destiny. If you refuse to fold, success becomes mandatory. There comes a moment in every pursuit of greatness when you realize that rising alone is nearly impossible. Yes, belief matters. Yes, discipline matters. Yes, persistence matters. But your environment is a force that silently shapes your destiny. You cannot soar while surrounded by anchors. You cannot evolve while surrounded by excuses. You cannot think like a champion while living in a circle that worships mediocrity. This brings you to the next law of power. Mastermind group. Your circle determines your orbit. Your associations are not harmless. They are the gravitational pull of your future. Every great person, every leader, innovator, creator, visionary, built powerful alliances. They surrounded themselves with people who sharpened them, challenged them, expanded them. This is the mastermind principle, a collective intelligence, a unified force, a support system that elevates you far beyond what you could achieve alone. When you sit with winners, your mind begins to stretch, your standards rise, your goals expand, your identity grows. But when you sit with average people, your ambition begins to shrink, your vision blurs, your mindset dulls, your potential suffocates. Your environment is a destiny shaper. Look around your life right now. Who challenges you? Who inspires you? Who pushes you to become more? Who forces you to level up? If your circle does not support growth, it supports stagnation. If it does not fuel ambition, it fuels complacency. If it does not open your mind, it quietly closes it. A mastermind group is not a crowd. It is not a social group. It is not random friends. It is a carefully selected alliance of minds with one mission: growth. Begin building your circle intentionally. Identify people who inspire you. Study them. Learn from them. Model their habits. Remove negative influences without hesitation. Protect your mental space as if your life depends on it, because it does. Offer value before seeking value. Become a contributor, not a taker. Hold yourself to the highest standards. Demand excellence from yourself and from those around you. Surround yourself with people who elevate you, and your entire orbit will rise. This is not an optional rule. This is an essential law of achievement, because your circle determines your altitude. The subconscious mind, the command center of your destiny. There is a power inside you that is far greater than anything outside you. It is not your muscles. It is not your money. It is not your connections. It is your subconscious mind, the invisible command center that directs your actions, shapes your habits, and builds your reality from the shadows. Most people never learn how to use it. Most people never discover its potential. Most people never realize that every result in their life is a reflection of this inner operating system. Your subconscious mind is like a vast inner garden. Whatever you plant grows. Plant doubt, you will harvest fear. Plant excuses, you will harvest stagnation. Plant negativity, you will harvest failure. But plant ambition, and you will harvest success. Plant discipline, and you will harvest strength. Plant belief, and you will harvest breakthroughs. Your subconscious does not judge. It obeys. It accepts whatever thoughts you repeatedly feed it. If you constantly tell yourself, "I'm not good enough," it takes that command literally and creates behaviors to match it. If you repeatedly say, "I am destined for greatness," your subconscious begins to rearrange your mindset, your actions, and your habits to align with that truth. This is the power most people ignore. Your subconscious never sleeps. It never shuts off. It is always listening, always absorbing, always building. This is why auto-suggestion, affirmations, visualization, and mental rehearsing are not just motivational tricks. They are tools for neural reprogramming. You must feed your subconscious the identity you want to embody. Speak greatness until it becomes natural. Think success until it becomes automatic. Act with certainty until hesitation dies. Your subconscious mind directly controls your confidence, your discipline, your fears, your habits, your reactions, your creativity, your decision-making, your consistency, your emotional resilience, your internal identity. Your entire life is a mirror of what your subconscious believes about you. If you want a new life, you must install a new internal program. Rewrite the script, rebuild the image, rewire the belief, reshape the identity. Speak to your subconscious like it is your most loyal soldier. Command it with clarity, I am built for greatness. I am the master of my destiny. I perform at an elite level. I own my future. I become better every day. I rise no matter what. Repeat these ideas with intensity until your subconscious has no choice but to accept them. When the inner mind shifts, the outer world follows. It is not magic, it is alignment. This is how kings rise. This is how leaders are built. This is how legends are made. There comes a point in every journey where knowledge, belief, desire, discipline, and mindset have all been forged into weapons. But there is one more realm you must master. A realm inside yourself where your deepest patterns live, where your true identity is stored, where your destiny is built one thought at a time. This realm is the subconscious mind, and now you will learn how to take command of it, fully, completely, permanently. This final chapter brings everything together. This is the point where transformation stops being theory and becomes your new nature. Let's finish this rise. The subconscious mind, the command center's expanded completion. Your subconscious mind is the control center of your entire life. It is the silent architect behind your habits, your reactions, your instincts, your decisions, your confidence, and your sense of identity. It controls 95% of everything you do, and yet most people go their entire life without ever learning how to communicate with it. They live on autopilot. They repeat the same emotions, the same patterns, the same limits. Not because they want to, but because the program running within them was never upgraded. Your subconscious is not your enemy. It is simply obeying the last set of instructions you provided. If you fed it fear, it learned to hesitate. If you fed it doubt, it learned to retreat. If you fed it insecurity, it learned to shrink. But if you feed it power, it will become powerful. If you feed it belief, it will reshape your identity. If you feed it certainty, it will open doors you didn't even know existed. You must begin to instruct your subconscious with clarity, not with weak words, not with half belief, not with uncertain whispers, but with declarations. I am built for greatness. I create my own path. I perform with absolute confidence. I rise no matter what challenges come. I am the architect of my destiny. Say it with conviction until it becomes the internal truth of your being. Your subconscious mind responds to repetition, emotion, and identity. Whatever you repeatedly think, you eventually become. This is why visualization, affirmations, and mental programming are not motivational tricks. They are psychological tools to reshape your entire operating system. When your subconscious shifts, your life shifts with it. This is the foundation of your rise. The final law, power of integrated alignment, everything you have learned, desire, faith, decision, mastery, mindset, circle, subconscious. They only produce true greatness when aligned together. Alignment is when your thoughts, your actions, your identity, your habits, your environment, your goals, your focus, your energy, all move in the same direction. Most people fail because they are scattered. Their mind wants success, but their habits sabotage them. Their vision is high, but their circle is low. Their goals are big, but their discipline is inconsistent. Their desire is strong, but their decisions are weak. Alignment is the merging of every powerful part of you into one unstoppable force. When your desire fuels your faith, when your faith fuels your action, when your action fuels your mastery, when your mastery shapes your identity, when your identity programs your subconscious, when your subconscious creates confidence, when your confidence drives decisions, when your decisions build results, and when your environment supports your rise, nothing can stop you. Not failure, not doubt, not competition, not fear, not circumstance, not the world. Because a fully aligned person is a force of nature. They don't chase success. Success gravitates toward them. Final transformation. The emergence of the new you. You have now walked through every fundamental law of personal greatness. You understand desire, the molten core that ignites everything. You understand faith, the conviction that makes your victory inevitable. You understand auto-suggestion, the reprogramming that reshapes your reality. You understand specialized knowledge, the mastery that makes you irreplaceable. You understand decision, the courage that separates winners from watchers. You understand persistence, the heart of champions. You understand the mastermind, the circle that elevates your orbit. You understand the subconscious, the command center that builds your destiny. And now you stand at the edge of a new identity, a stronger identity, a sharper identity, a limitless identity. The version of you that once hesitated is gone. The version of you that once doubted is gone. The version of you that once feared is gone. You are now the person who moves, who believes, who decides, who builds, who pushes forward with certainty. You are no longer waiting for life to choose you. You are choosing yourself. You are taking the throne within your own mind. And once a person takes command of their inner world, the outer world bows in response. Stand tall. Breathe deep. Look forward. Because your story is no longer a story of survival. It is a story of ascension. Your greatness is not something you hope for. It is something you activate, something you cultivate, something you create with deliberate force. Everything you need is already inside you. The fire, the focus, the discipline, the potential, the vision, the hunger. You are not ordinary. You are not average. You are not undefined. You are becoming the highest version of yourself. Step into your power. Walk in conviction. Move with certainty. Speak with purpose. Act with strength. Live with alignment. Because the story of your life has just entered its most powerful chapter. This is your rise. This is your moment. This is your evolution. This is your greatness. And from this day forward, you do not go back. You do not shrink. You do not doubt. You do not surrender. You ascend every single day.